Welcome traders to our end of week technical analysis video. We're going to jump straight into things here. So as you can see, the last point we left off is marked by this blue vertical line. What we're going to go ahead and do is grab our path. Going to sort of just grab the major moves, the moves that we want to have a look at and take into consideration. You'll see what I mean as we go. So as you can see, price created a new all-time high at the top there of around 2942, and then price retraced all the way down to 2864, with price then creeping back up to where we are currently testing 100 pips off of our all-time high touch. So as you can see, it has actually been quite positive for gold in terms of a trader's point of view. There's a lot of retracements, a lot of bullish moves, a lot of bearish moves. It's just sort of been it's been pretty even on both sides, which is nice for a trader, as there's been many long and short opportunities this week thus far. So with all that being said, and with that path marked in, we're going to go ahead and go into our minute 15 and just have a look if there's any levels that we can now mark in instantly. I can see a level, as you can see, price is tested as a resistance and then tested as a support. We can also mark in a small little trend line here, indicating to us that we have a bearish wedge as of right now, as to the reason we have price becoming bearish and retracing back down. There's also going to be a minor level that I'm going to mark in with a horizontal line starting here, grabbing as many wicks as we can. As you can see, price has tested as this area quite a lot as a support. So what we're going to go ahead and do is sort of grab our path now and just sort of go over what we could see for the rest of the day. So as you can see, price has sort of consolidated. We've created this wedge. I don't know if I said bearish wedge, but this is definitely a bullish wedge. The reason why it's a bullish wedge is because price is testing the same support throughout this wedge and creating higher highs in this wedge. So it's definitely a bullish wedge as of right now, depending on price, if it holds up at this 2993 level where we are currently testing. So this is sort of what we could see with price as of right now. We could see sort of something like this happen, where price just sort of the range gets wider, the volume increases, and we just sort of see bigger moves up and down. That is definitely a possibility for gold as of today. If I go ahead and grab an eclipse real quick for you, actually, if we see this level that we are currently testing as a support, and we've tested previous times in the past, if we see sort of price continue through that level, most likely we'll continue to that 2931 level, perhaps even further. So that is definitely going to be another scenario that we could potentially see. As for bullish probability, if we do see a bullish break, we'll most likely want to test this level as we can see happening right now, and then price breaking through this sort of median resistance that we have found. Again, if I go ahead and grab another eclipse and just sort of mark this in here like this, bang. So if we see price sort of break through this level, this little trend line that we've marked in, and sort of break above it, what we could potentially see is price come to retrace back down, perhaps testing somewhere around one of these previous highs that were created, and then bounce off and continue on to test that previous all-time high. So for gold as of today, price probably not a lot will probably happen for gold. As you can see, on the 14th of February today at 1:30 p.m. GMT, we do actually have a high impacting news event for retail sales for the US dollar. So this will definitely take some effect into gold, not by much. So I wouldn't treat it like an NFP, but maybe just take that news event, that economic event, into consideration whilst trading, if you are trading today. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our end of week technical analysis. Wanted to keep things sort of short and sweet. There's no point of dragging these videos out too much. Just sort of want to include all the information necessary, and then let you guys go and sort of digest the information, and then go ahead and apply it to your trading or apply it to our trading, however you want to use this these technical analysis videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So it sort of just depends on how these two levels hold up. If we see price continues to test this level as a support and create higher highs, we most likely will see a continuation. For example, here, if I go ahead and grab a path real quick, so what we're expecting is sort of, I'll give you two moves, two probable moves that could potentially take place, something like this. If I go ahead and grab that like that, and grab our trend line, just sort of drag that into the future a little bit more, make that a little bit nicer. That's sort of what we could see. We could see price just sort of continue until it decides to break through one of these two levels. If I go ahead and grab these like that, so that's something that could happen. Another move that we'll leave in for you is sort of price from this level here, just continue on, break through this support that's found and come to test this 2931 level, or continue on even further. What we'll do actually is we'll mark this in, we'll say red for that, and then we'll say bullish for this. We'll mark that with a green candlestick. So that's sort of what we're expecting. And then what we will do is we'll see once, if price does break through this support, the move that we could potentially see is price come test this level and then continue on down. What we'll do with that is we'll mark that in with blue, just so it's like a scenario that we could see after price, if price does break through that support. Another scenario that we could see is just price continue on bearish through that next point of interest. So yeah, I'm going to wrap things up there. They're the probable moves. That's sort of what we're seeing for the rest of the day. As you know, that those moves is only till around 4:30, so there's definitely a little bit longer left on the day. The market will close tonight at 10 p.m. GMT, but after the New York session kicks in and the London session comes to an end, and then obviously all the sessions come to an end and we creep into the Asian session, volume will slow down for gold unless something economically happens around the world at a random time. The volume will slow at around 5-6 p.m. GMT, so we won't really expect to see anything much. Price will sort of stay where it is until market open on the Sunday night at 10 p.m. GMT. So yeah, that's going to be that. I hope you lot have all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Really loving the engagement from all of you. I believe we're at 235 subscribers. If we can get to 250 subscribers by the end of the month, that would be amazing. But yeah, love the support. Thank you for all the likes and comments. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.